Hazrat Imam Ali alayhi salam said ignorance destroys many educated people from religion and the knowledge they possess does not benefit them at all. This saying is one of the deepest reflections on human life and the pursuit of wisdom in this world, because knowledge by itself is not enough if it is not accompanied by understanding, humility and sincerity in practice. One can memorize thousands of books, attend countless classes and debates, but if that knowledge does not transform the heart, if it does not bring him closer to Allah, then it is a burden rather than a blessing. Imam Ali teaches us that ignorance is not simply the lack of information. Ignorance can be the inability to apply what one knows. It can be arrogance, blindness to the truth, or the unwillingness to act upon the light that knowledge gives him. Many people have degrees, titles and recognition, yet when it comes to morality, spirituality and divine guidance, they are empty and ignorant, because true knowledge is not only intellectual, it is spiritual and moral. It shapes the way a person thinks, speaks and behaves. When Imam Ali says ignorance destroys many educated people, he means that sometimes people assume that because they have worldly education they are safe from ignorance, but in reality knowledge without wisdom can be more dangerous than ignorance itself. A person who is ignorant but humble may learn and improve, but a person who is arrogant with his knowledge may fall into destruction because his pride blinds him from seeing the truth. It is this false confidence that causes educated people to mislead themselves and others. Knowledge must illuminate the soul and bring a person to humility, not arrogance, otherwise it becomes a weapon that harms the one who holds it. In our time this wisdom is even more clear. The world is full of universities, scholars, scientists and experts, but many of them are disconnected from their creator. Their knowledge is vast, yet it does not save them from arrogance, greed or injustice. They invent technologies that destroy nature, they develop systems that exploit the weak, and they create divisions among nations instead of bringing peace. Imam Ali reminds us that if knowledge is not guided by faith and morality, it becomes a source of destruction for both individuals and societies. The educated person who is ignorant of divine guidance is like a blind man holding a lamp. The light is there but he cannot see. Knowledge that does not benefit is a heavy responsibility because it will be questioned on the Day of Judgment. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once prayed to Allah seeking refuge from knowledge that does not benefit. This shows us that not all knowledge leads to salvation. Some knowledge can distract us from Allah and even harden the heart. When people study religion for pride, when they memorize Quran only for status, or when they learn sciences only for wealth and power, then their knowledge has no benefit because the intention behind it is corrupted. Imam Ali warns us that such people may appear educated, but in reality they are destroyed by their ignorance because they fail to understand the true purpose of knowledge, which is to recognize the Creator and serve Him. Every person must ask himself, does my knowledge bring me closer to Allah, or does it take me away from Him? If my education makes me arrogant, if it makes me look down upon others, if it prevents me from worshipping sincerely, then it is not a blessing, it is a curse. True knowledge is recognized when it brings humility, when it makes a person kinder, more generous and more conscious of Allah. The Quran says only those of His servants who have knowledge fear Allah. This shows that real scholars are not those who merely collect information, but those whose knowledge leads them to fear Allah and serve His creation. Imam Ali also shows us that ignorance can be hidden within the heart even of a scholar. Outwardly a person may be educated, but inwardly he may still be ruled by ignorance. When envy, jealousy, pride or greed take over the heart, then knowledge cannot benefit such a person. Instead it becomes a proof against him on the Day of Judgment. This is why the pious scholars always combined knowledge with action. They lived by what they taught, they purified their intentions and served people with humility. That is why their words still shine centuries later. When we reflect on Imam Ali's wisdom, we see that the real danger is not the illiterate person but the educated one who uses his knowledge wrongly or does not use it at all. This is why throughout history many tyrants and oppressors were not uneducated. They were intelligent, powerful and strategic, but their knowledge was misused and became a source of harm. Ignorance destroyed them because they failed to recognize the truth and live by it. Their intelligence made them arrogant instead of humble, and their education blinded them from wisdom instead of guiding them towards it. This lesson applies to all of us today. We may attend school or university, we may read books and acquire skills, but we must ask, how does this knowledge serve my soul? How does it help me in my journey to Allah? Am I using my knowledge to improve myself and benefit humanity, or am I wasting it on pride and selfish desires? Every person who learns must remember that knowledge is a trust from Allah, and with that trust comes responsibility. Imam Ali's words remind us that we should always seek beneficial knowledge and protect ourselves from ignorance even if we are educated. Beneficial knowledge is that which purifies the heart, strengthens faith, increases humility and motivates good deeds. It is not about how much one knows but how much one applies. Even if a person knows little but lives by it with sincerity, he is better than one who knows a lot but does not practice. Imam Ali's wisdom inspires us to value sincerity over quantity, to value understanding over memorization, and to value humility over pride in knowledge. The destruction of educated people due to ignorance also shows us the importance of intention. If the intention is pure, then knowledge becomes light, but if the intention is corrupted by showing off or seeking status, then knowledge becomes darkness. The Quran describes scholars who did not act on their knowledge as donkeys carrying books, meaning they carry knowledge but it does not benefit them in the hereafter. Imam Ali is warning us against falling into this trap because many people think that just having information will save them, but salvation comes from sincerity, action and humility with that knowledge. To conclude, Imam Ali alayhi salam's saying is not just about education, it is about the essence of wisdom. He is telling us that ignorance can hide behind the mask of education and that true knowledge is only that which benefits the soul and brings us closer to Allah. We must not be deceived by certificates, titles or worldly achievements. Real success lies in having knowledge that benefits and saves us in the hereafter. We must strive for understanding, sincerity and humility in our pursuit of knowledge, otherwise ignorance will destroy us no matter how educated we appear to be. The wisdom of Imam Ali is timeless because it speaks to every generation. Today we live in a world of information overload, yet real wisdom is rare. Many people are drowning in data but starving for truth and sincerity. Imam Ali reminds us that the real value of knowledge is in how it transforms the human heart and guides it to righteousness. May Allah make us among those whose knowledge benefits them in this world and the next, and may He protect us from ignorance, pride and useless knowledge, because as Imam Ali said, ignorance destroys many educated people from religion and the knowledge they possess does not benefit them at all.